Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the second-year man, Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road, and that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. Of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his second NFL start. This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field, and when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's the newest member of the 15,000-yard club. It's Frank Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I'm coming after you.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
50, 180, 58, right there.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now running right through it. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the line. As Singletary has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. But now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. We take a look ahead at what's to come later tonight. Sunday Night Football, it'll be the Vikings and the Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Seahawks and the Niners from Levi's Stadium. And we were in the Bay Area for the Raiders on Thursday night. Now right back out to watch the Niners on Monday night. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. And they can't. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And again, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Allen going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, they'll run with Gore. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He finds his target, Beckham. The 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Seibert on for the PAT. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Mike, watch the run.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills send the punter out. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And they'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
58 right there. Check that out.
And they take a knee.
Mayfield on the keeper. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Cleveland, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.